Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Pensa, and this is the Love of Wisdom podcast. Thank you all for following my channel. I'm sorry for not uploading a few weeks ago. Recently, I've been traveling to Melbourne, Australia, and I've been vacationing a lot with my family, so it's been hard for me to actually upload material. So, today's topic, if you don't know, and before I begin, if you haven't watched my videos, please follow me. My Facebook channel is The Love of Wisdom. You could also find me on YouTube at The Love of Wisdom, and you can find me on Instagram at The Love of Wisdom 424, and then Facebook at The Love of Wisdom. And I know many of you have been following me or wondering about my posts and my videos, but I'll be uploading more videos within a week or so. Unfortunately, it's been a little bit harder for me to access the internet where I am here in Melbourne, Australia. But to get to the topic and the information, today we're covering the idea of reality, right? What is reality? Where does it come from? How do we begin to grasp that notion? And how is it exactly that we can, live our lives given what we claim is the reality itself? Now, I know this topic is very difficult and very time consuming, but hopefully I can summarize it to a degree to help you guys understand, the aspect of your reality and how to apply what your experiences are and your personal beliefs, your emotional intelligence, your intellectual capacities to make your life and your world a better place. So, when you think of reality, right, what to you comes to mind, right? Your everyday life. You wake up in the morning, take a shower, brush your teeth, change your clothes, right? Eat some food, get ready for work, drive to work. Maybe you have kids, deal with your kids, deal with your relatives. Perhaps you relax and you're fortunate enough to be making 6-7 figures and you can enjoy your day during the day. But for most people around the world, it's always working. And reality for them is substantiated with a personal subjective experience, which by most standards and most philosophers, such as those like existentialists, for example, Simone Beauvoir, speaks about the reality of femininity or the feminism perspective, and other philosophers. Reality itself is looked in various ways. Now you have the idea of existentialism, right? What is existentialism? Essentially the philosophy, the idea of the existence of man that coexists in reality exists because of the existence that's shown to them. All existence, all reality is shown and given through the nature of which is portrayed in the existence of the perceptual reality which people live in. What does that mean? Well, we all have eyes, right? We all see, we perceive things through our eyes. That perception of our eyes is a reality, right? Me moving my hand is an example of a reality that's changing, right? My hand is in different positions at different times. So my reality at that moment was different and unique from your reality, watching and seeing what I was doing. But the reality which we think of in the world, right? The reality which we think of that really exists, it can be argued and it can be claimed that that reality exists because of multidimensional spaces, right? That we're more than just one reality. We're more than just the life that we live. We're more than just this planet Earth, land, where I am, Melbourne, Australia, in this living room, in this wall, behind me, color white, etc. Reality is as if in a wave, right? The emotions, the reality, or I should say the emotions, the waves, the existence, the energy that permeates through this room, the air molecules, etc. All these things that exist because of my perceptual existence, right? My consciousness. And that's a whole another topic to discuss in addition to what reality is. But when you think about reality, you think about existence, what do you think about? You think, oh, my existence is such and such because of these means. Most people don't go around their lives questioning their reality, questioning their existence, questioning what exactly they can do, right? They walk outside, they see the sun, they see the stars, they see the earth, they see things around them, right? See themselves, and they wonder, what is exactly that causes and determines this reality? Now, there is some good information and there's some good psychological advice and meaning that, for example, some psychologists speak about, such as Jordan Peterson and others, but also not just psychologists. You have philosophers, Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, a whole plethora. I can continue listing the names. You have Immanuel Kant, and they speak a lot about existence and perception. But they talk about unique ideas and ideologies separate from this video. But what I'm trying to focus on this video is, when you see reality, right? You see existence. What do you see? You see me from a distance here. holding my camera. You see me up close, you see my face, you see my sunburn, you see my mustache. How is that reality a reflection? How does that existence coordinate and correspond with your knowledge and your abilities? More importantly, how does it affect your life? Because the Love of Wisdom podcast, I try to promote and I try to speak about what reality is, right? How do we see our reality? How do we understand our notion of existence and consciousness, right? How do we substantiate what that thing is? Now, for a lot of people, right, particularly religious people, we have the idea of the Christian God, the idea that God controls everything, is in and everything, and through God is established reality. All of reality exists. But reality, right, the term reality, what does it mean? We have the term real and et, right? Reality. What comes to existence? What is real? What exists? And of that real essence and knowledge, how do we come to determine, right, how that real nature of life, or just real reality itself, right? What is real? That notion of reality, how does that come into our lives? How does that play into our part? So I want you guys to think about that, right? Because I think for many people, we fail to struggle. You know, what comes to mind when you think of real notions or reality, right? What type of garbage is that? You know, who cares? I'm just living my life, doing what I want to do, and you know, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any difference to me. You know, what's real, what's not real. But it's just the idea of questioning your nature, questioning what's real and what's not, right? Are things true? Are things not true? Why are things the way they are? You know, what purpose is there to it? How do we establish that notion? You know, what do we do? Like, what's our purpose in life, etc.? These are difficult questions to answer, but the reality of which we live in, of consciousness, how do we determine that? Like, you think, like for example, perfect examples. You think of the universe, think of the stars in the sky, think of the black holes that exist, think of the universe itself, everything that exists in the universe. Our reality, our consciousness, our subjective mind is so limited. People think they know about things, right? For example, this wall, the paint behind this wall, right? How many people did it take to actually do that, to make the paint, right? After they made the paint, to spray the paint, right? To lay the paint and then have the paint dry. I mean, yes, it seems simple, but where did all this come from? It came from different sources. It came from different perspectives, right? That paint just didn't come by itself. It came from the earth. It was mixed with chemicals. Those chemicals then mixed on and was put into a paint can, and then that paint can was put into a machine, and then that machine was put onto another machine, and it was put on from the, right, onto the wall, and that wall was made, right, from another source, and that source was made from another source, which came from the earth, and the earth became the center of that reality. And I like to give an example for that, or just to explain more detail. Your reality in this world and what you're doing is subjective. It's in one place, it's a plane of existence, this earth, right? This three-dimensional sphere body that you're living in. And you yourself as an individual are living in it, breathing in it, thinking in it, eating in it, right, etc. All these things that you're doing it for your own purpose, your own reality. And some people argue, no, I do it for another reality, I do it for another purpose. But you yourself are an entity that exists in this conscious plane. So whatever someone tells you, whatever their beliefs are, you, yourself, your identity exists. And this reality that you exist in is real. It is in the now, right? It is in the present moment, according to what, you know, a lot of people think. But reality itself is so complex, it's so complicated, and people have been struggling with this for ages. Even myself, I'm even writing a book about reality and about capitalism. I'm writing a book, it's called Capital Slavery. It's coming out in the future, but I haven't had time to continue so much on that, but I am continuing to do a little bit more research, a little bit more work, a little bit more thinking before I continue writing it and adding more research. Now, I just want to say that I think a lot of people struggle with the notion of their own reality and their own perceptual existence. And when they think about reality and its existence, they don't often apply the idea in the terms of what is the nature of this reality? How do I come to this knowledge? They read books, or they don't really think through the experiential knowledge that's given to them. But I feel like for you guys who are watching this video, go home, write a piece of paper, look at, okay, what is reality? Where does it come to be? How do I come to the terms of notions of reality? And what should I do? Because I know a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are trying to find their lives and they're trying to understand what their purpose is in this world. But I feel like we have to come to the essence of understanding the deep-rooted causes of things, right? Deep-rooted causes of nature, deep-rooted causes of existence. what substantiates things, right? Like the notion of God, the notion of eternity, the notion of what people say angels and demons, the whole quintessential nature of existence, and from there come to terms with their own reality. So I like to end this video. It's really short, but I want you guys to think about your reality, what reality is. Write down, take notes. Please comment below on my YouTube channel. Please message me. Please subscribe below if you haven't, down here on my YouTube, the Love of Wisdom channel. Please share it with your friends. Please comment. I'm still looking for interviews here. Now I'm in Melbourne, so I'd have to do Skype interviews. So if you can, please message me. You could also message me on Skype, Anthony Pensa, but please message me on Facebook at the Love of Wisdom. On my Instagram, Love of Wisdom 424, here on YouTube at the Love of Wisdom. And yeah, and please, if you have any comments, any advice, please go ahead and comment and speak about it. I know previously a lot of my videos have been short, a lot of information has been cut dry, but I just want good clarification and good advice. I mean, I want to have longer videos, I want to have, more content, more information, but I just need you guys to give me information, give me feedback. How long do you think these videos should be? How long should the topics be, right? Should I talk for 30 minutes? Should I talk for an hour? Should I talk for 2 hours? Should I talk for 3 hours? And if so, what should I go about doing at that time period? So please comment, please subscribe below. Again, Love Wisdom. I love you guys. Please have a beautiful day. And it was nice speaking to you from Melbourne, Australia.